Hi. Sorry, technical difficulties. Not my problem. Thanks everyone for coming out, especially spending your Sunday morning with us. Why aren't you all in church? God's watching. He knows what you're up to. He knows what you ate for dinner last night. He knows how much trouble you had in the toilet this morning as well. The fuck is happening? Okay, so same as always, we're going to do the same thing that we always do at PAX, which is have a lovely little session all together where we talk about our feelings. Feeling sad today, guys. No, I'm joking. I can't do hugs, you know. I keep breaking the rule, and then everyone gets mad at me all the time. I'm just going to keep pacing back and forth across this stage awkwardly. God, I can't even see half the people in the back. Hi. Okay, all I see is a bunch of arms. I hope you have faces as well. Okay, don't fucking T-pose. Jesus Christ. Stop! Sit down! Anyone else want to be kicked out? Oh no. Okay, so same as always, we have 2 mics either side. You guys can line up and ask some questions. Don't trample each other, please. What did I just say?
Now? Oh, good Lord. Great.
Okay, and same ground rules apply as always. I can't come down and give hugs. I'm sorry. People get very mad when we do that. It's breaking the law.
Am I first?
You are first.
Oh. Great. All right, let's get this party started.
To hell yeah. Also, no Fortnite dances. I'm just laying that out now. No dabbing. Let it die. No fucking T-posing. It's already off to a bad start.
All right, so I'm going to your show tomorrow night.
Awesome.
I don't know if anyone else is. Yeah. Make some noise. Okay. But I wanted to ask, like, why did you want to create a stage show, and what were some of your inspirations while making it?
I've always wanted to do like a live show anyway. I thought live shows were really cool. Some friends had done live shows already that I thought were awesome, and I really wanted to try it out for myself. I just didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't want to get up and play video games for like an hour and a half because
I'd still come.
Well, you can do whatever you want with your money. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and then I was sitting down watching Bo Burnham's Make Happy comedy special.
Yeah!
Someone's over there going. So that was one of the reasons that I wanted to make a comedy show. Well, I've always kind of been fascinated by it anyway, and I didn't know if I could. So we took the challenge on and tried to figure out a way of incorporating that with video games and doing different things together. So thankfully it worked out. But I think that was my biggest inspiration for doing it, because I wanted to make a show that had like a message behind it, and I wanted to have something that I could like look back on and be very proud of, like the type of messages that were in it, and talk about. It's kind of like an introduction to me as well. So if you have no idea who I am, which a lot of parents didn't, they would come out to the show and sit there like, the fuck is happening?
I mean, I'm bringing my mom, but she already loves you probably more than me, so.
Oh, where is she?
She's back at the hotel. She's resting.
Oh,
tomorrow.
So she didn't want to come out and see the panel.
Okay, I'm gonna guilt.
Just fucking joking.
Do you need me to go? Okay.
Go get your mom, okay? Bring her back.
All right. It's a long walk. No, okay. I can't wait to see it. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Woo!
Say hi to your mom.
Hello.
Hi.
I saw you on Friday.
You did. And
you
many
do?
other times before that.
Yes, I know. I actually have a really serious question for you. There's a girl on Tumblr, I'm not going to tell you who she is, but she's been going through a really, really hard time, especially last night. And I think a lot of us here empathize with mental health and anxiety and depression. And I just have a question about what would you do if you can't really afford to get therapy, or if you can't really afford to get professional help? What would your advice be for that kind of stuff?
Well, professional help is always like the go-to straight away. But the thing about like getting a therapist and everything is that a lot of therapists, which I found out recently talking to Katie Morton, is that they'll work on like a sliding scale. So whatever their rates are, if you really are in trouble and really need help and don't have any other people to turn to, you can negotiate with a therapist, and sometimes they'll drop the rates down or make it easier for you until you can afford the regular rates, just because they want to help people. That's what they're there for. They're there to get you through the dark times that you're going through. So if you can't afford it straight away, that's a good option. Another option is to, of course, like friends, family. If you don't have any friends and family, there's usually some help online. There's some free helplines that you can call. There's helplines all over the internet. There's people in colleges who will help you, and counselors who will be able to talk to you. And a lot of people who are out there who do deal with this stuff, a lot of professionals who do help you in these regards, just want to help people. Sure, they need to get paid and pay rent and get food and all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, they just want to help people. So if somebody is really that desperate and they have no one else to turn to, there's always going to be somebody who will put stuff aside and actually help you, or at least get that conversation going. Because sometimes that's all people need, is to have that one talk. They don't need to resolve anything. They don't need to do anything major. They just need that one conversation to distract them from what they think they want to do. So, and anything like that, I think, can help. And anyone who is here, who is going through that kind of stuff, like, you are never, ever alone whenever you have to go through anything like that. And there's always somebody who's going to be there to talk to. It's not always the first person you go to, and even when you go seek a professional and get therapy and everything, they're not always going to be the first person that you go to as well. So anybody who's here, anybody who's at home watching it, just talk to somebody. That's really all it takes. And talking to somebody will give you that one moment of clarity that you need to like take you out of that moment. So whoever they are, I hope they're doing well, and I hope they hear this, and I hope that they just keep hanging on and keep fighting.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, Green Septic Man.
Fuck.
So, now that it's been a couple years, have you seen Chef?
Oh, Jesus. I just got like horrible flashbacks to that kid who asked me, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying.
I was there for that.
Oh, God. Cringed into oblivion. No, I have not seen Chef yet. I haven't had a chance, you know. I don't want to ruin the meme. I don't want to see it and then it all makes sense, you know. I like to be left in the dark. Good question.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Hello, I'm back.
Hi, welcome back.
Thanks. So I've been thinking for like a year what question I'm gonna ask you, but as soon as I got here, I completely blanked. So
No pressure.
I thought of something. I was wondering if you could sing us a song.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand. Thanks for joining in, guys. Fuck me. This is so awkward. Can you sing us a song?
I would prefer not to.
Okay, I'm going with that answer from now on.
Okay.
Everybody else sing a song. What do you want to sing?
Down in Africa. Yes.
Okay, let's not do that again. Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
What's up? Welcome back. So many familiar faces.
Thank you. When you do your ego videos, how do you get into character?
You think I get into character. I just act like an idiot. I don't know. I mean, for like the anti stuff, it's just a case of acting like a lunatic, which is pretty easy to do. What? This is not a fucking classroom. Just yell answers at me. The JJ stuff, it's just a case of trying to figure out how to close my mouth for a change and not say anything for 20 minutes. And then that stuff is all like done in editing by Robin. The idea of doing that. And the idea for that one was like, how do silent movie people act? Oh, it's all like, oh yeah, cool. And Robin was like, no, don't do that. I do that in editing, just act normal. And I'm like, oh, I get it. And then for Chase, all I do is down a bottle of whiskey and then I'm done.
Nice.
Deep lore.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So a little preface to my question. So I actually work with youth and teens who have mental health challenges.
That's cool.
And I absolutely love your whole PMA movement stuff. Thank you very much for using, your presence online as a way to kind of reach out to people. And I really appreciate it. I have a lot of my youth who look up to you and I look up to you. So thank you.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Of course. And then, so my question, also I love Wishu. She's fantastic, super awesome and amazing. So I was wondering what you guys do if you do stuff together for your own self-care.
Self-care. Anything that comes... anything that I just enjoy doing naturally. Lately, I've been trying to do self-care that's not like visual-based or like video games. Because a lot of the stuff I do is like, it's all video games all the time. It's a lot of YouTube.
Makes sense.
And then whenever I have time off to do stuff, it's like, well, now I'm just playing more games. And now I'm just watching movies. It's like my brain never has a chance to turn off.
Yep.
So lately for self-care, I've been trying to like balance things out and do more like physical things, to do more stuff with my hands and like try and turn my brain off for a small bit and get distracted by stuff. Drums are a great thing for that because it's a lot of like heart and physicality and everything in it as well. So
Definitely.
a lot of creativity in a different avenue. So usually I do that or just like take a walk, sit down, like be by yourself for a little bit, sit outside, just be part of nature.
Amen.
Take off your pants and go into the wild.
Awesome, well thank you.
Thank you. Sup, dog?
Sup?
That was way louder than I expected it to be.
What?
Hi.
Hello?
Why are you always so awkward?
Whoa, this is not my fault. This is your fault.
You've met me like 4 times by now.
Yeah. Anyways, my question is, you have a community. I'm in there, I made lots of friends. When did you realize that instead of, just having like subscribers, a community of like friends was starting to form? Like, what was the moment you were like, oh crap, look at this thing? I can't do it.
When one person watched. No, I think it was around like between the like 20,000, 50,000 range, because that was the first time it ever felt like huge numbers. Before that, everything kind of like was all over the place and kind of like going slowly, and then it kind of exploded from the shout out thing and everything, and then it slowed down again. So it was like between 20 and 50, I think, was when I felt comfortable doing what I was doing. And I finally felt like myself as I was doing it. And then other people, like, there was more people in the comments than ever before, and then I had met some people in real life. So I think between that, around the 30K range was the first time I ever realized like this thing was way bigger than I ever thought it was going to be, and way bigger than me. And it was from like 20 onwards that stuff kind of like kept going and never really slowed down again since. So I think that range was when I shat my pants. But thanks.
Thank you.
Hello, fellow gamer.
What's up, gamer? Dude, where are we dropping? How many wins you got? Got him.
So, if you could wish any Nintendo game into existence, it doesn't matter how crazy it is, it could be Mario Bayonetta. What would you wish for?
Oh. Huh. I want Donkey Kong. Wait till I finish. I want a Donkey Kong eating banana simulator. Why are you cheering for that? I want it so that you take a Joy-Con each, and those are your hands, and you just have to. It's the whole game. The game ends when Donkey Kong dies.
That's really interesting. But since
No,
there's
it's not.
But since there's already a problem with people licking Switch cartridges, would there be a problem with people actually eating their Joy-Cons?
Yeah. It's like an alternate reality game. It's like it extends into real life. The real winners are the ones who don't die. Don't eat your fucking Joy-Cons.
Touche. All right. See you next year.
Thanks, man.
Hi.
What's up, JJ?
How's it going? Okay, so I know I might not get an answer to this question, but do you have any hints you could give us for future ego content?
Do I give it all away? It was all a dream. No, it's not. I don't know. I don't want to give too much away because there's a lot of stuff that we still need to figure out. There's a lot of shut up. There's a lot of story stuff that I just haven't figured out myself yet and how everything connects, and I want to make sure that it's done right and not. I don't want to just put it out there for the sake of putting it out there because I feel like a lot of what we did after the initial stuff felt like, oh, we're just doing it because we can. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make sure that I sit down and write it out properly and have it all actually make sense, or at least as much sense as we can make it. And then figure out like a way of shooting it and having different characters involved with each other and things like that. So there's a lot of planning that goes into it, and right now I just don't have the time to do that. But hopefully soon, hopefully before the end of the year, we can get something out and progress the stories further. Because I want to progress each of them further on their own before I start putting them all together to try and like flesh out the characters and see who they really are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, love.
Good eye.
4 years ago, my daughter came to me and said, Mom, I want to go to Seattle and meet these people. They're really important to me and they're really important to my life. And yes, I am a mom and I'm not in my hotel room right now.
Take that.
I'm just saying.
You just got mommed on.
I know. So anyway, so I couldn't have picked you or Mark or any of you guys out of a crowd. And now 4 years later, this is our Mecca. We come every year. It's the reason for I'm going to cry. It's the reason that we spend time together this whole weekend. And so I want to thank you for that. And also, it's inspired her to have a YouTube channel, which made enough money this year to buy our badges to come here.
Damn!
So, and that was Sam who asked you to sing a song. So we're like in line together and everything. So it's
you guys are so sweet.
So anyway, my question is, because I am a mom and I look at everything through a mom lens, as I watch my children grow, I look at them and I think, you know, you are so your father, or that's so me, or, you know, you get that from him or her. But there's always that thing that's intrinsically 100% them that didn't come from me, didn't come from him. If I were to ask your parents, what does Sean have that comes from dad? What is it that comes from mom? And what would neither of them take credit for or blame the other one for? Like, what parts of you are 100% you and what did you get from them?
No, my eye was itchy.
Yeah, mine too.
I'm not fucking crying. I think from my dad, I think I got my work ethic. I think when I was growing up, he always worked super hard. And he was always just grinding away, trying to get, like, put food on the table and everything. So I think I got that from him. And I think I got my craziness from my mother because she's a lunatic.
My daughter can relate.
So I think that, like, not knowing when to shut up in a crowd aspect I got from my mom. And what was the other part?
And what part is just you? You don't know where it came from. It's just a combination of your experiences and life, and who knows, it could have been alien in nature, but it just, you don't know where it came from.
These legs. I have no idea where I got them. I woke up one day, they were there.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's my way of saying I have no answer.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so before I begin, 3 things. Reminder, if I cry, you can't come down and hug me.
Okay, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, just a reminder. The second thing is, this is gonna get deep. And then the third thing is, for anyone watching and anyone here, this is just like a trigger warning for like suicide. I can't imagine triggering someone. Okay. So yesterday, after I was like done with the day, I went back to my hotel room, and my mom told me that my grandma committed suicide yesterday. And I just think our community, we focus on mental health problems and stuff, but usually it's for like younger people. We don't really focus on elderly people who have these thoughts. So my question is, in the future for like a charity event, could you like do something like suicide, like awareness towards elderly people, if there is something, or like if not, just like another suicide awareness?
Yeah, absolutely, of course. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what your family's going through right now. And it's very brave for you to get up here and stand here and talk about it and try and raise some awareness about it as well. So thank you for that. But yeah, absolutely. I don't know if there's any charities specifically for that, but that's a good point. People tend to not think about that. Every time we think about that, we have a picture in our head of the type of people that go through those types of situations, and everyone thinks it's all like teenagers and everybody who are going through those types of things, but everybody can go through it. And to have somebody who's elderly and having gone through their life and everything and still be in such a dark spot is very, very sad to hear. So I'm sorry to hear that. But it's a good teaching point to like make people aware that, yeah, everybody goes through this stuff. It doesn't matter if you're a kid, a teen, an adult, an elderly person. Like, we're all going through our things together. So, as I said before, it's important that we all talk to each other and make sure that we all understand each other and we're all there for each other. So, I have to hug you. I'm sorry.
No, don't make the rules. God damn it.
Okay, that's the only one I can do. I'm sorry.
I reminded you not to break the rules. That's why I started with that.
Shit.
Shame.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Ask the question.
Okay. What, how much, like, what's the video that you had the most fun in? Like, which one?
Oh, God, there's so many. I mean, a bunch of the collab stuff we did before are some of my favorite ones, because some of the jokes that end up happening in the collab videos they come out of nowhere. And because there's like a bunch of us playing at the same time, it's all just improvising off one another. So those ones are always super fun, like all the prop hunt ones. I keep saying one of my favorite episodes is Speedrunners that we did, where Bob lost his shit and almost died. That's always been a good one. And then other things like playing Undertale or like Papers, Please or something. I had a different kind of fun playing those that I didn't get in any other series, and making up little catchphrases and everything. And then like Happy Wheels is always a classic with
Billy.
Steve.
Steve.
No, keep it going, man. What other names?
Potato Man.
Good idea. Good one. So yeah, I had fun doing those for different reasons. And then like some of the deeper, longer episodes of stuff are like, they're not necessarily fun, but it's good to have them out there. And I really enjoyed recording those videos. So there's a whole bunch of different answers for different types of series. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
My name's Ethan, and my question kind of ties into, I guess, JJ's. So you were saying you're excited to explore each of your characters' stories, and I was just wondering, which one are you most excited to go deep into?
Oh, no. Probably Chase, I think. I'm not saying that just because you're wearing the hat.
I wouldn't expect
I just think there's a lot of depth there. Like Jackie Boy Man it's like a superhero. We could add depth to him, I guess, but it's very like straightforward and everything. But Chase is like, no, he misses his kids and his wife, and he drinks a lot, and he's just trying his best. So I think there's a lot of depth to that I think we can have fun with and see how many people we can make cry.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
So, first of all, first PAX. So excited to be here.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Also, longtime viewer, and I'm a local theater actor, actually, and I watch your videos constantly to get inspired to do better work on stage and in the booth. And I was wondering if you had any particular actors that inspired you, aside from Ryan Reynolds and the Cyborg Senpai Cyberlife? Aside from those two?
I don't know. You just took the answers.
Okay.
Chris Pratt's one of them, yeah.
Okay.
Chris Pratt, Tom Holland, Ryan Reynolds are like my three, just because they're great at everything they do. They have a lot of charisma, they have a lot of energy, and they just seem like really nice people. But other than that, I mean, I've always been a fan of like Leonardo DiCaprio, because he's just a phenomenal actor. Daniel Day-Lewis is really good. God, there's so many. My brain is farting. I'm a big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal as well. I think he's really good. But other than that, anybody who likes what they do, anybody who's like, not even just good at their craft, but anybody who's just really passionate about it and talks about it a lot and wants to get better constantly and is constantly working towards that goal. That's the type of stuff that I just love seeing in people, because then like you're trying your best, and that's all anybody can ask. So.
And that's why you inspire me, because you always do such great work and you keep that positive mental attitude.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you.
That's really what I was fishing for.
Hi, my name is Callan. I was wondering, what is your like daily schedule? Is like, how many videos do you do? Do you pre-record them?
It varies day to day, because whatever I'm doing that day, sometimes I don't have time to actually record, so I have to bulk like the day before. But usually, wake up, have a slice of toast, think about life. Do some drugs, record videos.
Is that why you say speed is key?
Yes. But usually it's just wake up in the morning, do like thumbnails and stuff for the video that day, then sit down, record whatever I need for whatever. But these days I've been gone down to one video a day, which has been an absolute blessing, because now I actually have a life outside of my channel for the first time in years. And I can actually hang out with friends, and being in LA and everything has been great. So I'm going to try and keep that going, keep a balance going, because before it was just working myself into dust. I'm not really a fan of that anymore. But thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Hey, Jack.
Hi.
I wrote down some notes just because when I start talking to people, especially in a big crowd like this, I tend to shut down my brain a little bit. Anyway, first of all, I hope you've had a great PAX so far. I've seen some of your Twitter, especially with Brian.
Yeah. Well, I'm having a great PAX so far. I played Spider-Man twice. It's awesome.
Yeah. Twice? Can you get it 3 times?
Maybe. I'll see what I'm doing later.
So I was going to say, you're probably familiar with the saying, with great power, there must also come great responsibility.
Who said that?
So you've adopted the PMA, Positive Mental Attitude, to help spread positivity throughout the world, which I think is awesome. But we all know there are doubts in the back of the mind that can be overpowering for some people. I was wondering what your experiences with some of the negative thoughts that roll through your mind, and how you have or haven't turned them around for better.
Yeah. Well, as I keep trying to reiterate to people, just in case people don't get it, is that the PMA stuff is not all about like slapping a smile on your face and going out and doing your day and then everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Because that's what a psychopath does. But it's about that, like, if you do have negative feelings, and this goes for anybody, is that if you're having a negative reaction to something, if you're feeling down, that's happening for a reason. Your body's telling you something. It's like, sure, you might not think the reasons for it are consequential, or you might think it's dumb or anything, but your body's having that reaction for a reason. If you're reacting to something small in a very negative way, then clearly your mind is telling you something is wrong and that you need to work on something. So whenever I end up feeling down or in a negative space, I usually like to let myself sit in it and figure out why I feel that way, and why my body is telling me this thing, and why this thing triggered me more than something else, or why today I'm more pissed off than something else. So when you start listening to yourself and start understanding your emotions, I think then you can live in them a lot easier and work through them. And I'm the kind of person who likes to figure things out. So if I figure out why I'm sad, and then I can figure out a solution to work towards it. And if I'm sad for a day, be sad for a day. Who cares? You just get up the next day and try and be happier. But as long as you're working towards that positivity, and as long as you're working towards a better version of yourself and trying to understand why things are happening the way they're happening, then you can start opening up to the world a whole lot more and experiencing stuff a lot clearer. Because it's easy to be like, I'm sad, but I shouldn't be sad. And I'm going to go out there and like hang out with friends and try and force the positivity back. But that's unhealthy as well. And these are the things that therapy is really good for, because it'll help you understand your emotions. It'll help you live in them. It'll help you love yourself a whole lot more and give you the tools to work towards a better version of yourself. So just listen to your emotions.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you.
Sup, gamer?
Sup, fellow gamer?
Okay, before I get to my question, I just want to put out there that you said I wasn't a true gamer because I don't play Fortnite, so just know I'm ready to square up.
Okay, we all know real gamers play Fortnite, okay? How else can you be epic? You don't have an answer, do you?
Okay, but my question. So, when I went to your signing, I started thinking about your perspective of things. So, I was wondering, what goes through your mind when you're meeting these fans that look up to you?
Not a lot. Not a lot goes through my mind at any given moment. Usually it's just a case of making sure that everybody feels like they've gotten the time that they need. Because like coming out to a meet and greet is a very specialized thing. It's a very one-on-one experience. And when a lot of people come here and it's the first time they ever get to do it, and sometimes it's the only time they get to do it. So to try and remember that people, sure, we're standing there and we're signing stuff for hours and hours, but you guys are the ones standing there for like 4 hours before that in line, and then have to stand there for 3 hours during the signing as well. So trying to remember that and giving people the time they need to say what they want to say. Because a lot of people have a lot of things they want to say to the person that they look up to or the people that they want to meet. So to just like talk to them, listen to them, make sure that they feel connected to, make sure that they feel like what they said, like they got the time to say what they wanted to say and that they don't regret it afterwards. And this year it's a bit more strict. The signings have gone like really quickly and we didn't have a whole lot of time. You can't give gifts and everything, which I feel bad for, because before it's like we've gotten a lot of time to just have one-on-one sessions with people and listen to their stories and talk to them. But this time it was like everything was kind of cut off every now and then. So apologies for that if that happened when you were talking to me. But usually it's just trying to talk to people as people and trying to treat them with respect and just listen to them.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. My question is if you made a band with you playing drums, Mark doing guitar, and Ethan singing, what would you name it?
What would our name be? Fucking Bad. You got a good one, Mark? We would be called Huh? Three Smelly Boys. Or This Should Not Be Happening. We should call ourselves Sold Out.
That's a good... Jack and Friends.
No. Markiplier, Friend 1 and Friend 2. We should call it Sold Out, so every time it's like, sold out, sold out. It's like every time you go somewhere, it's like, man, this band must be great. They're sold out everywhere they go. Sold out, tickets still available. Oh, God. Thanks.
Thank you.
Guys, those are good bits. Real good bits. Good improv practice, guys. Mark, you not so much. You tried.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a bit more of a silly question.
Okay.
If you had to replace Sam, what would you replace him with?
That's a horrible question.
How fucking dare you?
I killed
I would replace it with a single tear. Straight from my eye.
a septic.
And it would remind you forever of the question you asked. Septic tears. That's That's our band name.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So this is my first time, and you guys are my, you, Mark, and a few other YouTubers are my hero. I have started a YouTube channel doing gaming and voice acting.
That's awesome, man. Good for you.
And a few weeks ago, my mom died. And your videos, Mark's, all the ones I watch have been helping a lot with that. I've got 2 shout outs I want to give. One from my friend in Texas, Katie, and one in Oregon, my writer. They've been helping me a lot lately. And trying to keep going with game making, voice acting, with gameplays, and your videos have been helping me a lot, more than I can say. So thank you very much. And Jack, if you were going through what I was going through, what would you do?
I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. Well, this is the thing, is that I can imagine all I want and I can talk about it all I want, but I literally will never know what that's like. Now is not the time. So, I mean, the grieving process is different for everybody, and everybody has their own way of dealing with it and going through things. And if you need some time to take off to like be by yourself and just process it and figure things out, then take that time. Don't feel like you have to like keep pushing forward and keep making stuff just because we do it all the time. Like take the time you need to get through things. If that's what makes you happy and like that's how you grieve, then keep doing it as well. Like there's no plan for this. Nobody can tell you how to deal with this stuff. But I wish you the best, and I hope things really get better for you. I'm gonna give you a hug as well. I did it again. Now I'm backflip boy. I'm fucking concussion boy right now. Ow. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm doing good. I'm very nervous. This is my first PAX, and I just forgot my question. Oh, I got it. Okay, sorry. My question was since you're the, I guess, closest thing to the egos, what do you think their favorite vines would be?
What do I think they're what?
Favorite vine.
Oh, their favorite vines. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's hard enough being asked this question about myself. Auntie's favorite vine would be, what do you have? A knife! No! I don't know. I think Jackie Boy Man would be into a good old free shavakadu. These make no sense. There's no rhyme or reason as to why they would like these. I think Chase would be into, who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu! It's Clefairy. Fuck! I know. What else are good vines? I'm just talking about my favorite vines now. Marvin would be into, I smell like beef. That's my answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's going on, T-Pose?
No, just let it die.
Okay, good. Good answer.
So first off, I'd like to start by saying I never thought this day would come. Me being able to meet my YouTube idol. Sorry, Mark, you come a not so close second.
Dude, he has a family. You can't just be out here straight murdering people like that. Fuck.
So, I would like to ask, what's your favorite VR game that you've played on your channel?
Let's take a fucking turn. My favorite VR game that I've played is Super Hot, just because it's the most like perfect example of what VR should be. Because there's a lot of games like like the Rick and Morty stuff and everything, which is really fun, but it still deals with that whole like click a button to go here, and then you're just like interacting with things, and it's really, really well made. But Superhot's the first one where it's like you're actually in your room doing this, which is what everyone thought VR was going to be. And I think that that's incredible. And the fact that you can like stop and just like watch a bullet go by your face is just awesome, and pick up a sword and cut one in half. Like, no other VR game comes close to that kind of like energy, I think, but hopefully more do.
Yeah, and one last quick question. Who do you like recording videos with more, Wade or Mark?
Ethan. Wait, why was Bob not included in that? What did Bob do to you? God, you're just out here killing everyone. Jesus Christ.
Taking knives to gunfights, am I right?
Next.
Hi.
Hi.
What my question is what is like the scariest paranormal experience you've had?
Ghosts aren't real, guys. Okay, well, it was weird because I had one years ago when I was like a kid, and I think I just hallucinated a bunch of shit. Because I was in like my friend's house, and we were talking about banshees, who are like the screaming Irish ghosty ladies, sexy ladies. And we were talking about it was like a Beetlejuice kind of thing where you're not supposed to say the name, or like a Bloody Mary. It's like, don't talk about the banshee or it'll show up. And I was like, at home, I was like terrified. I was like sitting at home being like, I hope no one says it. I hope no one says like banshee out loud. It's like, what if I say it once and then my brother says it, and my sister says it, and then she shows up? And I was all scared of it. And then all of a sudden I saw like a face at the window. And I don't think a face was actually there. I think I just worked myself up into that point where I saw a face against the window. Another story. When I was 10, I watched The Exorcist for the first time.
Oh.
And my sister gave it to me. It was on VHS, and she was like, you should watch this. It's a really good horror movie. It's really cool. My friends and I all love it. That bitch. And then she talked about it. She said it was fun because her and her friends had messed with a Ouija board one time. Yeah, if you know the movie, you know where this is going. So I watched the movie, got halfway through it, freaked myself out, stopped watching, was terrified all day, went to bed that night. Me and my sister shared a room. We shared like a bunk bed together. She was on the bottom bunk and I was on top. She starts talking in her sleep at nighttime. I start saying Hail Marys, hoping to assuage the demon out of the house. And then I got so freaked out by it, and the Hail Marys weren't fucking working. Thanks God. Not looking out for me. So I went down the bunk. I was afraid her hand was going to like grab my leg. And I went down and I turned on the lights, and she was just sitting there in bed like... So I like poked her and she woke up, and I was like, are you possessed? She was like, no, shut up, go back to sleep. And then I didn't. We call that one the long night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so what I wanted to ask was, why do you like green as your favorite color so much?
So she's supposed to be like, why do you like green?
Yeah.
A bit of deep lore. I don't actually like green as a color. Shut it down, guys. It's over. The channel's done. No, I mean, green's fine. It's just, it's not my favorite color. Red is actually my favorite color. Well, red was my favorite color as a kid, but when you get to an adult, it's like, do I have a favorite color? I kind of like them all. They're all good for something. So red is my favorite color. What's your favorite color?
Actually, my favorite color is also red.
Nice. You did that. That was you. You have the power. Wait, say another color. What's another good color?
Another good color I love is blue.
You are God now. Thank you for the question. Hello.
Hi. This is kind of a weird question, but I was just wondering, since like your real name's Sean, for all the parents who have no idea who this person is, but you go by Jack.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer, like, to people calling you Jack or Sean?
I like a good Jerry. I got called Colin at Starbucks the other day. They gave me the drink and it had Sean on it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's me. And she was like, you're not a Sean. I was like, okay, judgy much. And she was like, I was like, wait, what do I look like? She was like, you look like kind of like a Colin. I was like, okay, Sandra. But I mean, whatever people feel like calling me. Tiffany. Who said that? What? Yeah, call me Tiff from now on. I mean, I've been called Jack since I was a kid. My parents called me Jack since I was like 3. So I've been called Jack and Sean my entire life. So whatever you guys feel comfortable calling me. You can call me fuckwad if you want. I don't care. You just say, hey, you. I'll turn around. Thanks. Yo. I'm over here now. Stop T-posing. Carry on.
I was wondering if you have a favorite ego?
A favorite ego?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think probably just Auntie. Calm down. I think just because that was like the first one we really did anything with, and the one that I feel like is like the coolest one to do. It's the most fun to record. The edits come out the coolest out of all of them, I think, and people's reactions to it have been the coolest. So probably that one. Who's your favorite?
Marvin.
Marvin?
Yeah.
Why exactly?
I don't know. He can do magic.
That's true. I don't know if he can do magic yet. He didn't do very good magic in the video he was in, so
Can he change the...
maybe next time he will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Hi.
Hi again.
Do you actually remember me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Thanks.
I'm actually really sick right now, and I'm using my last dying breaths to ask you this question.
You have a stretcher standing by, right? Okay, good. You look like you're dying right now as well. Oh, you're blocking it off. Good, okay. If you all get sick, this is patient 0 right here.
So my question for you was, so I have this philosophy that basically everything that's not man-made has a soul. So I was wondering, if you ever met a star, what would you ask it?
Have I ever met what?
A star.
A star?
Yeah. A star. You asked for it. You said it like that.
If I met a star, I would ask it. If I met a star, I'd probably say, what the fuck? I'm burning alive right now.
Well, if it turned into like a humanoid being and you got to sit down and have a chat and say, hey.
I'd say, why the hell are you here? I don't know. I'd say, what's it like to be a big, bright ball of sunshine in the sky for everyone to look up and enjoy?
Oh, you should know what that's like.
Oh.
Yeah!
No, okay, fucking star.
Woo, woo!
Don't try and win me back.
It worked, didn't it?
It did. Thank you. Wait. What would you ask a star? Yeah, what's up, motherfucker?
What its favorite moment in history was. Better answer than you.
Okay, I know I say I don't come down and hug people, but it's okay to come down and kick the shit out of someone.
Do it, I'm ready.
Oh God, there's still 6 minutes of this torture left. Thanks. See you next year.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Woo, I'm great.
Yeah.
Actually, I had 2 questions, but first I have to make an apology to Mark. I'm sorry I heckled you on Friday. I'm sorry that I said I could punch people in the dick. I was that last person. I am 4'9". I am short. I'm sorry.
the hell kind of ship do you run?
I'm sorry about that. But I'm a big fan of you. I've been watching you ever since you put out Kindergarten, and that's what got me hooked to you. And you are like an incredible personality. I love that you're really energetic. That's something that I am too, is I'm extremely hyper, even though I don't have ADHD, although I might.
I can't tell at all.
Yeah, it's not that visible, is it? Is it visible, guys? But I just wanted to say I love you. You are awesome. And I was wondering if you could do two things. One, if you could give a shout out to my friend Isaiah. He tried to meet you at your booth like a few years ago, but never could get to you.
I don't have a booth.
Or like not booth, but like I was at the autographs or something. I don't know.
Okay.
He tried to meet you, and I guess he turned out at the last minute. He turned away because he just was, I guess, nervous or something, and he really wanted to meet you, and then just like turned away at the last moment.
What was his name?
Isaiah.
Isaiah. Hi, Isaiah. I'm sorry that you didn't get to meet me, but here I am right now, and you get to meet all these people as well.
Woo! Yeah. And I was wondering, my other one was, do you think we could have a quick loud off? Because I am extremely loud, I'm extremely energetic. I know you're loud and energetic. You think we could do this? Run.
Sure. Block your ears, everyone.
Everyone ready? Block your ears. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Woo! And now your turn, Jack. I love you, Jack. Thank you.
Thanks.
Woo!
I have no voice for the rest of the day.
My name's Jessica, by the way. Lovely to meet you.
Thanks, Jessica. Nice to meet you.
Hi, my name is Maddie. I've been to PAX 3 times now, and my first year here, I saw your panel. I've always kind of wanted to ask you a question, but now that I'm up here, I am shaking violently and have forgotten everything I wanted to ask, so I wrote it down. So the first question is kind of a reference to Mark's panel the other day. Would you rather have squirrels for hands or guinea pigs for feet?
Squirrels for hands or guinea pigs for feet?
Yup.
I like squirrels a lot. They're pretty cool, but I also like my hands. They help me grab things. I'm gonna have to go with the feet one.
All right. So then my second question is a little more serious. I'm a small artist on Twitter, and I upload to YouTube occasionally. And I was kind of curious as to what you would say to maybe help a small artist figure out what to do and how to get themselves out there, because it's a little hard recently.
Yeah.
Especially on YouTube.
I mean, it's if you're doing anything creative or anything at all where it's all on you to kind of do the promotion, that's always going to be hard. Like when I started off doing YouTube, it was like a year and a half to almost 2 years before the channel was even at like 2,000 subscribers. So it takes a long time to get through this kind of stuff. But I think anything that comes like that, you have to be in it for the right reasons. It's great to want to do it as a job and everything and keep pushing for that, but it's the passion for doing it that keeps you going during those times, because if that dies out, then it's very, very hard to keep going, and then the uphill struggle to get yourself noticed is going to seem so much bigger than any time before that. So I'd say to just keep going with it, keep trying to put your art out there, put it in as many places as you can without being too spammy about it, and then just letting your friends know, taking on commissions, asking people, do Twitch streams where you get people to come in and watch and take requests from them and draw, that kind of stuff. Like anything at all, just keep at it, keep pushing forward. Eventually something will give way if you keep at it enough, and then you'll be able to do it much further.
Yeah, I just had one last question. My brother couldn't make it. I was wondering if you would just say hi to Tice really fast.
What's his name?
Tice.
Tice?
Yeah, it's misspelled all the time.
I have no idea how. Hi, Tice. That is the coolest name I've ever heard in my life. That's a lie.
Thank you.
You didn't know. I had more to say and you just cut it off. Oh, no. Tice is going to be destroyed. Thank you. Okay, I have 1 minute and 20 seconds left. So this might be the last question.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have so much anxiety right now. I just want to say thank you for like so much. Like when I feel really depressed and sad, I watch your videos, plus like Ethan's and Mark's, but I watch your videos to like make me happy and cheer me up.
You have a big fan over there.
Plus, another thing what I was going to say is you either Okay, so choose. You can either drink coffee and not ever be able to do YouTube again, or be able to do YouTube and not be able to drink coffee.
Oh, goodbye, coffee. I mean, I love coffee. Coffee's great. Coffee's delicious. But I love YouTube way more than any of that. I mean, what do I have? Cool. This doesn't happen anymore, but man, do I have a good cup of coffee right now. Where I go and people think I'm Colin.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll do one more quick question.
Okay. So this is my first PAX, and I'm a senior, and I've been racking my brain for a senior quote.
Oh.
Word for word, no pressure, but it's going in the yearbook. I will put that.
Welcome to Chili's. Stop it. I would put down live life and love it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Sadly, that is all the time I have. My little blinker is going off. But thank you guys for coming out on your Sunday morning and hanging out and asking some questions. It was delightful. Hopefully, I'll see you guys online and maybe back here again next year. Bye, everyone.